setbacks, whether they occur at work or at school or in your relationships or health or your finances or your hobbies, setbacks are pretty discouraging. No one wants to take 3 steps backward because doing that is disappointing and disheartening. But every setback sets you up to grow and to learn and to step into a new version of yourself. It's a setup. And that's true no matter the size of the setback or the duration or the severity. It's always a setup for success. In fact, it's not the setback that actually matters, but how you respond to it. If you react with anger and frustration and stay stuck in those emotions, you won't experience the transformation that allows you to move forward again faster. If you respond to the setback with curiosity and a willingness to understand why you've taken steps backward, you're going to learn some important lessons. You're going to discover how to improve and find ways to grow. And all of that is going to help you become someone who can get back to square one and move beyond it. So recently, I had a setback. I had a fall, which dislocated my shoulder and knocked my low back out. Granted, I won't be in pain or have impaired mobility forever, but it's a health setback. At the moment, I can't go for a walk or use my elliptical or stationary bike. Matter of fact, the elliptical and some core exercises are what set my back on fire because it was probably already out from the fall. I can't use my right hand to pull up my pants to help me get out of the chair when with my back I can't get out, or to tie back my hair. I can't walk my dog. And the setup could seem pretty minor to some people. So if, for example, it's a small thing compared to someone who loses a primary client, and along with that, half their annual income. It might seem small and petty to someone whose cancer was in remission and it comes back, but it's a setback all the same. And a number of years ago now, I don't know what it is, 5 years ago, I also parted ways with my literary agent, and that was a setback for me. Not just because of that, but because of the whole relationship and how that I dealt with that or reacted to that. And, the fact that it stopped me from writing. So that was a career setback for me. Now, here's the thing, is that how you react or respond to setbacks is what matters. You can either set yourself up for success or not. Setbacks come in all shapes and sizes, no matter how severe. How you deal with that setback is what matters. Your response or reaction is going to either set you up for more setbacks or more success. So reactions tend to be an unconscious behavior. Something happens and you react to that experience in a habitual way. On the other hand, responses are conscious decisions about how to behave in a given situation or circumstance. Now, I won't say I haven't reacted to my injuries negatively at times, feeling frustrated and angry to be reliant on others so much. My poor husband has had to do everything. I'm reliant on the dog walker to walk the dog and my husband. My husband's had to put on my bras for me, wash my hair, all kinds of things. I'm a pretty independent person. So I would say that there have been times when I have not responded consciously to that, but been a little more reactive. More often, though, I have consciously chosen to respond with gratitude for the help I'm getting, with faith that this too will pass and I'll be better than ever when the healing process is over. I'm looking forward to physical therapy to strengthen my shoulder, learning that I need to slow down in general. I'm enormously grateful for my chiropractor and for the fact that between him and some vibroacoustic therapy, my back is feeling better today. But, besides the hope and the faith and the gratitude, I've been looking at the spiritual lessons in this setback. So, I'm asking all the time, what can I know about why this happened to me? And I've had some more important insights, because setbacks are like accidents. Often they are accidents. And that's a form of spiritual guidance. And the more I learn, the more I grow and change. So I want to know, I want to understand, because that's a setup for me to move forward faster with my health and in other areas of my life. There's a great video, by the way. You can find it on YouTube. I can't remember who it is. It's a dancer who uses a trampoline. Excuse me, had some steps. I'm still on some pain meds and some steps. And it shows how he goes up some steps and then he comes, falls off and has to go back up. And it's quite a nice metaphor for what we're talking about. Okay, so how do you transform setbacks into setups? You have to do that by positively dealing with your setbacks, right? So you come back fast and strong. And here are some ways that I utilize and can think of. So one is to accept the situation. You have to accept the fact that setbacks are a normal part of life and that you're in the middle of one. Don't dwell on what could have been or how things ought to be or what you think you lost. Just focus on the present and then on what you can do to move forward into the future. And by the way, if you don't accept it, you're going to be in resistance, and that's going to be harder. Number 2, identify the cause. So without dwelling on the negative, you want to determine what contributed to or caused the setback. And when you have that understanding of it, you can start working on a solution so that doesn't happen again, or to get you out of the setback. Number 3 is to learn from your mistakes, Again, see the setback as a growth, with a growth mindset, an opportunity to learn and grow. Ask yourself what you could have done differently, what you can do to avoid similar situations in the future, and what spiritual lessons you can learn. And as a result of that, you're going to be more resilient and adaptable and better equipped to handle future challenges. Number 4 is to reframe your perspective. So instead of focusing on the negative aspects of the setback, reframe it in a positive light. So you can ask yourself what opportunities the setback may have brought you, or what valuable experiences you gained because of it. Trying to discern what spiritual lessons you're meant to learn is going to help here too. Number 5 is to stay motivated. Don't let setbacks deter you from reaching your goals. Stay motivated and determined. I got kind of stuck in this with my writing, that I wasn't motivated and determined. So continue working towards your objectives. Keep in mind that setbacks are temporary and can be overcome with perseverance, and that you can set yourself up for success with a setback or after a setback. Number 6 is to embrace the setbacks. Turn setbacks into setups for success requires you to embrace them. Don't see setups as failure, just temporary backward movement. Setbacks and failures are part of life's learning curve and help you become better at what you do. So just embrace it as part of life, part of learning, part of getting stronger and knowing more. Number 7 is to stay focused. Setbacks can really prove distracting. Your mind wants to dwell on the negative aspects or repercussions of what happened, like I can't walk the dog, and how am I going to do this? And my face is all scraped up. How am I going to shoot a video? Right? And that's not helpful. So to set up for success, it's essential that you maintain your focus on your goals and on the small steps you can take to move toward achieving them. So, the real loss of momentum with a setback is created by distraction. So stay focused. Number 8 is to take action. After a setback, it's important to take action to get back on track. Now, it may be that you can't do it immediately, but as soon as you can, you revise your plans, seek new advice, try something new. The action keeps you focused, positive, and engaged in where you want to go rather than where you've ended up. Number 9 is to practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Acknowledge that setbacks happen to everyone. Making mistakes or failing or encountering obstacles doesn't make you a failure. So don't beat yourself up. Instead, be kind and compassionate toward yourself, because that's how you keep your mindset positive. And that's going to make it easier to get moving again. Set yourself up for success. And the last way is to focus on what you can control. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong and where you find yourself now that are out of your control, focus on what you can do in the present moment to move forward. So I could be focused on how I fell and how I put my arm out and why did I fall and why wasn't I looking at my feet instead of up at the scenery. I could be focused on my shoulder hurts, my back hurts, I can't walk the dog, whatever. But that doesn't move me forward. Only focusing on the present moment and how to move forward in the present is going to help me. So that's also how you gain your sense of control, because we tend to feel disempowered when we have a setback. And if you can focus on what you can control and what you can do differently next time, you'll set yourself up to move forward. And so finally, what I want to say is that setbacks don't define you. Setbacks are inevitable parts of life. They don't define you. They don't make you a failure. They don't make you someone who takes 3 steps backward for each 1 step forward. Don't get into that thinking, that identity. Okay. Choose a mindset that's positive. Choose an identity that's positive. You can actually choose to be someone who turns setbacks into setups or opportunities. Stay positive and set yourself up to move forward after setbacks. Okay. I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I am an intuitive transformational coach and a certified high performance coach. I love to help people remember that they are spiritual beings having human experiences. And that's why I offer personal and spiritual growth in my Inspired Creator community. The link for the Inspired Creator community is above. I offer both the high performance coaching and the transformational coaching and spiritual trainings, because you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And in order to grow and learn and get from where you are to where you want to go and be the type of person who can get there, you have to address all of who you are. The personal side, the spiritual side, and the human side. So if that's of interest to you, click on the link above. Okay. If you're struggling with setbacks and you'd like some coaching, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. I will respond, or join my Transform Now Facebook group, where I often offer free coaching, or again, join the Inspired Creator community, or even my group Transformational Coaching, where you can once a month get coaching from me. Okay. I'd be happy to help you get set up for success, even if you've had a setback. Anyway, that is it for today. Till I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.